Priya, a young mechanical engineer, stood before the blueprint of her first big project. It was a small auto parts manufacturing unit in the heart of Maharashtra. This was her dream. She imagined the hum of machinery, the bustle of workers, the pride of creating something tangible, something Indian. Her business plan was solid. It promised to create 50 new jobs in her hometown. This factory was not just about profit, it was about giving back. Her father, a retired factory worker, saw it as a legacy. But a knot of unease tightened in her stomach as she looked closer at the plans. The setup was standard and not very green. The machinery was older and refurbished. The waste disposal plan met only minimum legal requirements. Her consultant, Start Lean Priya, focus on getting the products out. Think about green upgrades later. She remembered smog-filled Delhi skies and polluted rivers near industrial belts. She read that India is home to 39 of the world's 50 most polluted cities. Her small factory would contribute. It would draw energy from the coal-powered grid. It would produce chemical runoff and solid waste. The 50 jobs felt monumental, but at what environmental cost? The dilemma was stark and deeply personal. It was the battle between immediate progress and long-term well-being. Priya's story is not unique. It's India's crossroads. Millions of entrepreneurs and policymakers face the same questions daily. How do we lift millions out of poverty without pushing our planet into peril? To understand Priya's dilemma, we must first understand the force driving it. Make in India. Launched in 2014, symbolized by a majestic lion made of gears, roaring into the future. Its goal is simple yet powerful. Transform India into a global manufacturing powerhouse. The idea is to encourage multinational companies, domestic companies to manufacture within India's borders. It's a call to action aimed at boosting economic growth, creating millions of jobs for a young and aspiring population, reducing our dependence on imports. This is not just an economic policy, it is a national aspiration. The numbers behind this vision are staggering. The government aims to increase manufacturing's share of GDP from around 16% to 25% by 2025. This push has already attracted billions of dollars in foreign investment, fueling the construction of new factories, industrial parks, infrastructure. Think of the massive smartphone assembly plants that have sprung up, making India the second largest mobile phone manufacturer in the world. It is the engine meant to pull a new generation into the middle class. For a country where over 1 million young people enter the workforce every month, job creation is a critical national priority. The rapid industrial growth championed by Make in India comes with a heavy, often invisible price tag. The most visible and dangerous cost is air pollution. As more factories fire up their boilers and more trucks transport goods across the country, the air we breathe becomes a toxic cocktail. Industrial emissions release particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides. These pollutants are linked to asthma, lung cancer, heart disease. A 2021 report revealed air pollution could cut life expectancy in northern India by as much as 9 years. Water, the source of all life, is facing an equally grave threat. Many industries, particularly textile dyeing units, tanneries, chemical plants, discharge untreated or poorly treated effluents directly into our rivers. The Yamuna River near Delhi often flows black and frothy, choked with industrial chemicals and heavy metals, killing aquatic life. Then there is the mountain of waste. Industrialization generates vast quantities of solid and hazardous waste. This includes everything from fly ash from thermal power plants, plastic scraps, chemical sludge. Much of this waste ends up in poorly managed landfills, rendering large tracts of land unusable. E-waste from discarded electronics is a ticking time bomb, with informal recycling exposing workers to deadly fumes. Faced with this daunting environmental crisis, India is not standing still. A quiet but powerful green revolution is taking shape across the nation, driven by policy, innovation, and growing awareness. The most visible sign is explosive growth in renewable energy. India has embarked on one of the world's most ambitious clean energy expansions. Solar capacity has surged over 20 times in the last decade, from 2.6 gigawatts in 2014 to over 70 gigawatts today. Gigantic solar parks like Bhadla Solar Park sprawl across deserts, harnessing sun power to light millions of homes and factories. This green shift goes beyond energy generation. The concept of the green factory is gaining traction. Sustainability is proving good for business. Progressive factories invest in water recycling plants, achieving zero liquid discharge, redesign processes to minimize waste, install energy-efficient machinery, use rooftop solar panels to power operations, cutting footprints and costs. Government policies nudge industries toward greener practices through energy targets and trading schemes. The push for electric vehicles aims to cut transport pollution, supported by subsidies and growing charging infrastructure. Innovation is the engine of this green transition. Startups are developing solutions: biodegradable plastics made from cornstarch, AI-powered systems that optimize factory energy use, waste-to-energy plants converting municipal solid waste into electricity. This is India's Green Revolution 2.0, growing the economy while healing the planet. Priya, our young engineer, eventually found her answer. She decided not to compromise. She spent weeks reworking her business plan, seeking government subsidies for green technology. Finding investors who shared her vision, she chose to install state-of-the-art treatment plants and solar panels. Her decision was conscious: to build a factory that would provide jobs and protect community health. Her story shows that change begins with individual responsibility and the courage to choose the harder, better path. However, businesses hold immense power and must embrace sustainability as core strategy, investing in cleaner processes. The government must act as firm guide, strengthening environmental governance with robust monitoring and swift penalties. Ultimately, the most powerful force is an aware citizenry demanding sustainable products and holding leaders accountable. The question we began with, can India grow without harming nature? Does not have a simple answer. The path forward is not a straight highway but a delicate balancing act, walking a tightrope between our urgent need for economic development and our duty to protect the environment. The challenge is not to choose between growth and green, but to fuse them together. India has the unique opportunity to leapfrog outdated industrialization by leveraging technology, fostering innovation, and embedding sustainability into development strategy, pioneering inclusive and green growth. This requires seeing the environment not as a hurdle, but as the foundation for lasting progress. The future of Make in India will be defined by entrepreneurs like Priya, companies valuing sustainability, and government enforcing rules. Together, we can build an India that is not just a global factory, but a global example of balancing a nation's dreams with planetary health.